I came down on one mission to enlighten and inform and increase the frequency of the planet. I've been divinely decreed to help raise the vibration of the collective consciousness and to help rid this planet of its parasitical invaders, which are these white supremacists. And because of that, I have been attacked on many levels. And I'm just tired of sitting back, not speaking out on it. So feelings might get hurt, but I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know me. I'm transparent. I see I'm on this planet damn near alone, and that's okay. I told y'all they was gonna come for me, but I just want to get this shit off my chest. I'm tired of these false narratives being painted. So when I come home, man, if you turn your back on me, man, keep that same energy, man. I want you to think it's over with. I want you to feel comfortable feeling that way. If you believe that the people that the ancestors that sent me down here on this divine mission, they just gonna turn their back on me, man, they don't move like that. See, this is y'all test too. Everybody's real true character being revealed.
It's over. That's all. And we have a new era in boxing.
On November 22nd, 1986, the same day as 20-year-old Mike Tyson will make history by becoming the youngest heavyweight champion of all time, Rashad Jamal White was born in Chicago, Illinois. He would be the second and last child born to his mother, Sharon.
Him and his sister are 10 years apart. I only had 2 children. My son and my daughter do not have the same father. I was married to my daughter's father. Rashad has had a calling on his life from birth. Rashad simply means intelligent warrior. He was a warrior from birth. So that's who he is. Always have been.
Rashad was born in the midst of the crack era, and violence across the Windy City, as well as other urban cities across the United States, was at an all-time high.
As if the youngsters growing up in the older and poorer parts of America's cities didn't have enough problems, many of them have to grow up scared. They are in fear for their lives, literally, because of gang violence.
In Chicago last year, there were 58 gang-related deaths. Kids hurting kids.
Cocaine-related deaths have increased dramatically in the past year, along with dramatic increases in violence and crime, all attributed to crack. And yet, it is an epidemic that seems to have caught law enforcement by surprise.
It has been a bloody 3 weeks on the streets of Chicago. 56 people killed. And in one 4-day period, police logged 300 reports of shots fired. Many children have stopped going to school, and most are scared.
In Chicago, it happened again last night. Kids shooting kids. Gangs fighting gangs. Almost 70 killings this year have been tied to gang violence in Chicago.
Rashad's parents, Sharon and Cornell, had both met while working at the Chicago Tribune. Just months after Rashad was born, his parents were split up due to his father's drug use.
For the first couple of months of Rashad's birth, we lived together. Cornell was doing heroin, so we moved into our 2-bedroom apartment without his dad. But I still did not deny him the right to see his son.
Throughout Rashad's elementary and middle school years, he excelled in his academics and didn't get into trouble like most boys his age. This was mainly due to his mother's strict rules and discipline.
With no company. Him or his sister couldn't have nobody spending no nights, and they couldn't spend the night out. So as Rashad got older, I was doing fine in school. I would sit at that table and check Rashad's homework. Rashad could have had a scholarship in anything he wanted to be in this world. Highly intelligent.
During his high school years, Rashad also excelled in sports. He ran track and field and was also the star point guard for the school's basketball team. But above all sports, Rashad will often refer to tumbling as his first passion. He was part of the Jesse White tumbling team during those years as well, and even up until his 30s, he was still able to tumble. It would also be during those high school years that Rashad would start rebelling against his mother. He would later claim that this was around the time he joined the Gangster Disciples, a street gang founded on the south side of Chicago that would ultimately expand nationwide.
When we first reported on a street gang called the Gangster Disciples last year, they were terrorizing entire neighborhoods in the city of Chicago. They were making a fortune peddling illegal drugs, and they were putting their manpower behind local politicians they favored. We're coming back to them tonight because their ambition is larger. The Gangster Disciples of Chicago have gone national.
Rashad's path into the streets began with petty crimes before escalating to drug dealing. Yet, even he would later acknowledge that the drug trade wasn't his calling.
I wasn't never good at that. Every time I had drugs, I'd sell the drugs, smoke weed, just have enough money to go back to cop again.
Rashad would drop out of high school at 18 years old during his senior year. According to his mother, he left home not long after dropping out of high school, after she found drugs stashed in his bedroom.
So from that point on, he got mad and started doing this little thing because he was never allowed to bring anything in my house. Because I'm going to search your room. So when I searched his room, when I found little baggies, I said, nigga, I know you know better. You ain't finna do it up in here.
I ain't got that story like how some motherfuckers and people I grew up with, like they had to go to the streets. I ain't gonna lie and say I had to be in the streets. I never had to sell drugs if I ain't want to. That I did because I was loyal to my friends and my block. It just started off as us being little kids on the playground, being loyal to each other. And then we began to get older, and over time, you know what I'm saying, now it's like you a part of a gang and you don't even know it.
After leaving home, Rashad headed to Job Corps. After completing in 2006, he returned to Chicago, where he would try to pursue a career in rap. He dropped his first mixtape in 2008 under his rap name Jetta, and the following year he would move to Atlanta, where he thought he'd have a better shot at getting signed. He moved back to Chicago in 2011 and enrolled in college for business administration. But the following year, on January 12, 2012, his life would take a turn for the worse. He would be arrested for attempted murder, amongst a slew of other charges that resulted from him shooting his best friend after an ongoing dispute. The shooting would happen in downtown Chicago in broad daylight in front of multiple witnesses.
Chicago police tell us they're questioning a person of interest in an afternoon shooting on the Gold Coast.
The victim taken to a hospital in critical condition.
Chicago police say calls for help again about a person being shot. Police have not given us any pure motive or simple motive for this particular attack.
My victim was like my best friend. You know, for us to fall out and, you know, for me to try to prevent it to go to the level it went to, and for him to, you know, start to threatening my mom and, you know, my sisters and my family, that's what led to, you know, it getting real like it got between me and him. So, I mean, it was heartbreaking for it to even come to that. You feel me? That wasn't like no anybody. That was my boy.
At the time of the shooting, Rashad's mother worked in downtown Chicago at the Art Institute. Shortly after Rashad's arrest, his mother would be fired from her job. Rashad would later claim that it was part of a grand scheme by the United States government to get rid of him by not allowing his mother to hire an attorney.
I called my mama from jail. Hey, mama, need a lawyer. But my mama was finna give me a good-ass lawyer because she had a good-ass job working downtown Chicago, facts, nigga. And they fired my mama, boy. We knew it was the government.
Rashad would spend nearly 4 years in jail awaiting trial. During those 4 years, he would be stabbed 8 times by rival gang members during a fight. He would also get jumped by his fellow gangster disciples following a disagreement.
I bust my lip or close one of my eyes. I was fucked up, but I stood my ground. I'm fighting 10, 12 niggas.
It would be during this time, Chicago drill rapper Lil J had been arrested for his alleged involvement in a shooting from a drug deal gone bad. He would be Rashad's cellmate from February 2015 until November of that same year.
And that's when I met Lil J. My last 9 months, I did that with Lil J was my cellie. Lil J was in there beating motherfuckers' ass.
My first day, 2 niggas, bro, beat them. They thought it was that. Knocked one of them out, broke the other one nose, bro, no cap. And my old cellie was there, man. You probably know him, Rashad Jamal. That was my old cellie. He can vouch it.
In early November 2015, 3 years and 10 months after being arrested, Rashad would stand trial. He would be forced to do it with a public defender.
Boy, them people was trying to take my life. My offer before trial was 35 years. They offered me a Kevin Durant. I had to go to trial, nigga, and fight for my life on some shit where I wasn't wrong to begin with. I was coming home from college when I caught my attempt murder, boy. I'm not wrong. That's self-defense. They knew that from jump. They still set me in jail 4 years straight and made me go all the way to trial.
Rashad would be found not guilty at trial of aggravated battery / unlawful discharge of a firearm. All of the charges, including attempted murder, were dropped by the state after the jury was hung on those counts.
Throughout the day, the jury sent back multiple notes. They were hopelessly deadlocked and nothing was changing, ultimately leading to today's outcome.
Went to trial with a public defender, 5 witnesses, broad daylight, attempt murder in Chicago, downtown on the Gold Coast. Boy, they was trying to smoke my ass in there, boy. Had that judge said guilty, I wouldn't be standing in front of you right now. I wouldn't have got out till I was 63 years old in their time.
Once released, he linked up with Killer Clan, a local Chicago rap label that was run by his close friend. He began dropping music almost immediately. He would drop his first video, Grind Don't Stop, just 2 months after his release. A month later, he would drop his second video that was titled Hit a Lick. Rashad's early music was centered on promoting street life, criminal activity, and the realities of surviving in tough neighborhoods. This would be a stark contrast to the message he would later become known for.
Do you understand that your words are electricity combined with energy? Whatever you look at, you give it your energy. Whatever you think about, you give it your energy.
In 2017, after breaking up with his then girlfriend, after a domestic violence dispute, Rashad would move to Atlanta once again. He quickly linked up with a small independent label, and it would be during this time that he would meet his son's mother, Darcel Smith, an up-and-coming independent R&B artist that was from Atlanta. The two of them would meet during a get-together at the label owner's house.
I walked in there, he was sitting on the floor, he had a high-top fade, and he was handsome, like the sun was shining on him good. But that's not what I was thinking about. I was thinking about my music, so I really didn't, care about any of that. So we were there just basically starting to sing my song called Tears Out of Control. And that's where I started to record it there.
Do you want me to flip the script up? Take a sip of liquor? See these niggas, they wanna play with my emotions. His lies were harsh but yet soft spoken. Having dreams of him scuba diving in motion. Oh, but to mention, I almost drowned in my tears.
Rashad would play Darcel's love interest in the video she would ultimately shoot for her Love Out of Control song. In turn, Darcel would make a cameo on Rashad's video for his hard work freestyle. This would be Rashad's first video since moving to Atlanta, and by now, his music had began shifting away from the gritty lyrics and were moving towards a more positive message. He would also begin speaking out negatively against rappers who promoted violence.
Ain't no real street nigga gonna promote no violence if he really was from the streets. Nigga say he from the streets and he still rapping about that shit or promoting that shit, he ain't from them. He ain't let off enough shots, he ain't robbed enough niggas, he ain't been robbed enough times, he ain't sat in jail long enough, nigga. Ain't no real one gonna sit out here promote that violence. That's why I don't listen to none of them rappers no more. That shit over with me, I ain't listen to none of them niggas.
Darcel and Rashad would get to know each other outside of the music. During times Darcel was asked to run errands related to the label, and Rashad would tag along.
Rashad Jamal didn't have a car. So they was like, hey, so can we give you gas money to take you here to do this, for music purposes? I was like, okay, that's fine. So that's how we end up even getting close to each other, as far as him being, near me personally.
Darcel was originally from Akron, Ohio, but had moved to Atlanta to pursue her music career, as well as a career in stage play.
I sing, so I wanted to do like stage plays with like Tyler Perry, so I was, looking, for a career for that, basically.
At the time of meeting Rashad, Darcel was a single mother of 3. Their relationship would quickly move on from just simply label mates to romantic.
It went like this. One day I went home just to check on my babies, and he never left for 3 years. He seen me with a house. I had a 3-bedroom house, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's just her and her kids here. She's single, so I feel like he basically tried to jump on that, Now looking back, I'm like, I could have just got away from this, but I didn't know that I was really the target. Like, I was the target of someone that needed somewhere to stay.
Darcel claims that almost as soon as Rashad moved in, he became extremely aggressive and controlled nearly every aspect of her day-to-day life.
I was isolated from my friends within 2 weeks. Like, he was super aggressive. So it started getting to the point where if I wanted to get away from him, it wasn't happening. When I tried to get ready to walk out the door, he literally would jump over the couch to stop me from going outside. The only way I got outside, is to take the kids to school, and he went with me. I was in a predicament where I felt like a dummy, someone who was manipulated by somebody who was a narcissist, and that's what he did.
Rashad would later state in an interview with an Atlanta magazine that when he met Darcel, he was addicted to ecstasy, and that addiction led him to getting arrested once again, a year after meeting Darcel. He received probation due to that arrest. Moving forward, Rashad began to dive deep into the conscious community sector of YouTube and started rambling for hours on end about different topics and conspiracy theories. He expected Darcel and the kids to listen to everything he had to say. He also became increasingly paranoid and started walking around the house with a gun.
I literally had to sit for hours and watch him speak. And it was like I was the practice audience, me and my family. I mean, it was just continuously someone walking around your house with guns all day inside the house. So you gonna listen to him.
As time passed, Rashad would start delivering his message through Instagram, and slowly he started to gain a following.
People started to listen to him. It seemed like he wanted somebody to listen to him because he talks a lot. He needs somebody to like feed off of, and also he started monetizing off these people. Like people started sending him like, cash apps and stuff, like, keep talking about, different topics that they wanted to hear about, from history. And then he started to study another person named Young Pharaoh. He started to study him, and Young Pharaoh was talking about different topics, going on with the government.
Do you know how much fictitious information the government puts out there to try to slander and say things are that they're not? Do you know that the government tried to say pyramids on Mars was Photoshopped, even though NASA scientists and people inside NASA confirmed that it's true, and that was the government trying to debunk information?
He started getting deep into that, and so he started more going into depth with talking about those subjects, and people were really just in tune into it. So,
because when they did the takeover, some of the gods and goddesses retreated, and they set up their own little energetic force fields and forests all around the planet. And the government know this, but they can't find them. They can't get to them. See, that's what Wakanda was about.
On April 8th, 2019, a little over 2 years after meeting Rashad, Darcel would give birth to his baby, a beautiful son they would name Zara. His nickname would be Zaza. 9 months after Zaza was born, Darcel and Rashad would split up.
That's when he went with someone else and he took it to the next level. And I think she was one of the people that was following him already on that level. So they continued on to him becoming a cult leader.
Rashad's new girlfriend was named Zakiya. Zakiya was a single mother of 2 daughters that was also from Atlanta. As is the story in almost all bad breakups, both parties usually blame each other for the reason they split. The case was no different when it came to Rashad and Darcel. While Darcel had her reasons for saying they split, Rashad had his own story. Rashad blamed Darcel, stating she was against him teaching online.
January 2020, me and my baby mama was beefing. So I went my separate way because she didn't want me doing what I'm doing now, teaching. When I tried to do this around my baby mama, it was all drama.
In June of 2020, 5 months after the breakup, Rashad would create his YouTube channel. By now, he was also going by the name Divine Insight. He would name his page the University of Cosmic Intelligence, and 3 months later, he would post his first video.
This is only for the 5th dimensional beings, those beings who are still stuck on the 3rd dimension. This channel might not be for you. You might not agree with a lot of things that will be said on this channel. A lot of things might confuse you. I ask you to enter this university with an open mind, baby-like mentality, ready to learn. This channel isn't for everybody. This information isn't for everybody. I come in pure peace, love, and creativity.
During the same time period as Rashad had uploaded his first YouTube video, the world was in the grips of the COVID-19 pandemic, and in the United States alone, the virus had just claimed more than 200,000 lives.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Tonight, the United States has reached yet another devastating and unthinkable moment in a pandemic that continues to change our country and our way of life. As we come on the air tonight, more than 200,000 people in the U.S. have now been killed by the virus.
With millions of people feeling isolated, uncertain, and searching for answers, It was during this backdrop that Rashad had began to attract a massive amount of followers. Central to Rashad's teachings, through the University of Cosmic Intelligence, was the belief that his followers were among a small group of spiritually awakened people, and that those who embraced his message had uncovered hidden knowledge that the rest of the world had yet to understand. His Dharma was grounded in 5 core principles, the first one being that Black and Latino people are divine beings.
Black people and Latino people, this is what makes us gods. We are nature. Okay? We are nature. Alright? Earth, fire, wind, air, every element, including the 5th, which is love, exists within your body. You are a god, nothing less.
The second principle was that Earth, or what Rashad called Kai, was an illusion.
Because the original name of this planet is Kai, not Earth. So on this channel, I will be addressing it as Kai, not Earth, okay? What we see is not what we see, okay? It's an illusionary world that has been pulled over our eyes. It's a veil, all right, made to blind everybody. The truth is that humans are not from this planet. Let's start with the word human. The word itself, human, all right, hue, color, all right? The color man is the Caucasian man. The Caucasian man, all right, which would be the human, is not from this planet. And not just the Caucasian man, but Caucasians, Asians, Dravidians, Mexicans, Arabs. All 5 of these different races are different races of human. And they are not originally from this planet.
Number 3, ancient civilizations and extraterrestrials.
So these reptilians, they live here amongst us, and they have been helping the humans control us since they invaded us in the year of 1492. You also have the Greys. These are the guys they normally show you as kids when you think about an alien, and then they show you the little dude with the skinny neck and the big head and the big black eyes. That's the Greys.
Number 4, raising one's vibration.
You could be in your house doing what you want to do, but when you walk outside the door, you're uniting with energies, and those energies affect your aura. So this is why we got to do the chakra cleanse, and this is why we should be doing it on your own. But I feel like if I take it upon myself to do it, then you should take it upon yourself to do it. You know what I'm saying?
And last but not least is number 5, distrust of mainstream institutions.
Rule number 1 to how to survive the lies of Uncle Scam. Always remember that no matter what they telling your ass on TV, the media, the news, I don't give a fuck, that they ass is lying. It's the complete opposite. I don't give a fuck what it is. And I don't care what they show you. Remember, CGI technology, the eyes are easily fooled. That's how rule number 1 to surviving in this Uncle Scam is to remember whatever they telling you is the complete opposite.
For the remainder of 2020, Rashad's online popularity continued to grow, along with his following. He was also making a lucrative monthly income through donations and online ad revenue. But as far as recognition from other teachers in the conscious community, Rashad felt as if he was being ignored and hated on because of his success.
Not only do I have the motherfucking elites mad at me for exposing the truth to y'all, but then I got my own people mad at me because y'all like, damn, this nigga on point, but you just don't want to admit it. And then you got other motherfuckers who are teachers like me, and they jealous. They get jealous. Man, I've been on YouTube for years. How the fuck he get to 10K that quick? I've been on Instagram for years. I've been teaching. Niggas don't flock to me like they flock to Rashad Jamal. Y'all see me out here leading these people. Niggas don't even want to say my name. Niggas so caught up in thinking I'm gonna steal they followers. Like what type of shit is y'all thinking about? Fuck out of here, nigga. Meanwhile, I got enough money to buy you a house, your mama house, her mama house, nigga.
As the new year of 2021 rolled in, Rashad was on vacation in Florida with Zakiya and her 2 daughters. Just before heading back home to Atlanta, Zakiya recorded an altercation between Rashad and a security guard in the hotel parking lot. During the heated confrontation, Rashad held a handful of money and repeatedly claimed he was a celebrity and accused the security guard of being a racist.
Hey y'all, let me show y'all how they treat you when you black. Came out here to spend money with these people, right? I'm right here with my family. You see my wife, my kids. He harassing me because I'm black. So because I'm taking pictures with money. Because I'm in this nice vehicle, y'all. We didn't spend money. We leaving today. We just taking a picture. Nothing aggressive going on. He don't want me to take my video picture in my nice car. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm black.
and he ain't gonna fight me. He gonna hide behind that. It's because I'm black. Because I can take this son. You see this son? He can't take that son. I can take this son. I'm a whole celebrity, bro. I'm a whole, but listen, that's disrespectful. I done came out here to spend money, bro. With my family, I ain't disrespecting nobody. I'm taking a picture. I haven't explained to him I'm a celebrity, bro. I'm a celebrity, bro. So you really putting your reach in your place and jeopardy. You don't even know who I am. So when you go to social media, you gonna find out who I am. That's why I got her recording. You still recording, right? Yeah. Thank you. Keep recording.
Rashad's supporters were already familiar with his fiery personality during live streams, but this would be the first time they seen him go off like this in public, and it wouldn't be the last. Once back home in Atlanta, Rashad continued giving lectures and continued to build on his growing core of supporters. As a way to capitalize on his increasing popularity, Rashad started a website which offered his paying members special perks.
I love y'all reflection. We building, right? We breaking away from all of this, and we gonna keep social media, but when they tear it down, we still got the website. Like I say, I don't have 1 million subscribers yet. I don't have 1 million followers on Instagram. I don't have 1 million followers on Facebook, but I'm becoming influential where y'all are paying attention to what I do.
On his website, he also started selling crystals and spiritual tools to his followers. Some of the items he promoted were amethyst, chakra crystal sets, and clear quartz, to name a few.
So these crystals are good for channeling energy. They are the most powerful crystal, a clear quartz crystal. It's the most powerful crystal you can get. I'ma just keep it real with y'all when it comes to manifesting things. Clear quartz crystal.
Rashad claimed he had excavated most of the crystals from the ground himself and had charged them with special herbs. He claimed the crystals could raise a person's vibration and offer spiritual protection. The crystals became a major source of income for Rashad, and his new website saw a significant amount of traffic. At its peak, the site had garnered more than 30,000 monthly paid subscribers.
We sold out of crystals too. Everything sold out, been sold out. We're gonna restock.
As the United States had began rolling out COVID-19 vaccines, after more than a year of the pandemic, a flood of misinformation spread across social media. Leaders in the conscious community, along with conspiracy theorists from across the internet, urged their followers to reject the vaccines. Some claimed they would make people magnetic. Others insisted they contain microchips designed to track the population. None of those claims were ever supported by scientific evidence. Although Rashad rejected the popular conspiracy theories circulating online, he too was against the vaccine. But he had a theory of his own on why it should be rejected by blacks and Latinos. He claimed the vaccine contained dog and monkey DNA, and that if taken by blacks or Latinos, aka the gods or goddesses, they would turn human, aka white people, and lose their special powers.
What you all know is your planet is being cleansed of these parasites that's been here the whole time. So they don't want to go, y'all. They don't want to leave y'all planet. So this is why they are trying to vaccinate you guys, but you have nothing to fear. We not gonna let shit happen to y'all. You don't even have to worry about that unless you gonna go take the vaccination. But the vaccination is not even really a vaccination. They're really genetically re-engineering your genomes to be more human like them. Once they get you to a more human state, then they can cross you over to the transhuman state, which is where they want to take their society. But we are not going to allow it, for this is not their home. The vaccinations are filled with dog genetics and monkey genetics. They have monkey and dog DNA, right? If they could put more monkey and dog DNA in you, the carbonated being, then you too will not be able to receive the power that's coming off the sun's rays right now.
To many people, including some of the most committed conspiracy theorists, Rashad's explanation for rejecting the COVID-19 vaccine sounded insane. But for his followers, his words carry weight, and many accepted his claims without question. As controversial as his views on the vaccine were, they would soon be overshadowed by a bold prediction. Rashad claimed that in December of that same year, blacks and Latinos would turn bulletproof, and a spiritual warfare would occur. Rashad's description of what he prophesied was on the horizon sounded like something ripped straight out of a sci-fi movie. But once again, his followers believed it and waited to see if it would come true.
You will not need guns come December. You're gonna see people on the internet posting the police gonna be pulling people over. They gonna try to get aggressive with a nigga. Nigga ain't gonna go. They gonna try to fire their weapons. The bullets gonna bounce right off them. You gonna see our brothers in Africa going through it first. Watch my words. They're gonna be firing bullets at them, and the bullets gonna be bouncing right off them. A lot of you already have that ability, you don't know, because you ain't finna stand there and say, shoot me with that gun. Right now, some of you already are bulletproof, and you don't even know it, because you're not finna stand in front of no gun and find out. You have abilities. It's time to tap in, because you're going to need them. You're going to need them. We are entering spiritual warfare right now. You're not even gonna need guns anymore. You want to use it. But who we fighting against, you ain't gonna need it. The police, the military, they gonna start firing. They nuke they tanks at us. They gonna be firing all the weapons they can fire at us, and ain't nothing gonna happen to us. And they're gonna literally evaporate out of their own fear. And they gonna drop down to their knees and say, please forgive us. What have we done? We're gonna be flying, shooting laser beams, shooting orgone energy beams, making lightning come out, this everything, because that's what we already are. This is real. The only thing fake was this world that we was living in.